heading down into the town of Morrison, Colorado, where it's been renowned for its hauntings and its mysterious stories. We got word from locals in the town that there's one place in particular, the Cliff House Lodge, and apparently there was love triangle, murders, suicide in the barn out back, according to what I've heard, and so we're going to go investigate that place.
Morrison did pass away inside the house in 1895, and it is believed that his spirit still roams this area to this very day. Some people have claimed to see him looking out one of the second floor windows, also roaming around in the front area here smoking some pipe tobacco, which people usually will encounter him by the aroma.
Right, yeah, so. Hey, isn't this the peg leg guy?
Two interesting characters from that time include one, a World War I veteran who had a peg leg, who suffered from insomnia, and he would frequently pace upstairs, keeping everybody awake, walking with his peg leg on a wooden floor. And if you can imagine the step clomp of a of a person walking on a wooden floor, it would drive you kind of bonkers. After he passed away, people have claimed to hear him still walking upstairs on that wooden floor, even though the floor is carpeted, but it sounds like he's walking on a wooden floor. Other guests inside some of the lodges around here have also encountered him for whatever reason roaming through the lodges that they stay here. Another interesting character from that time was a woman who some considered to be a lady of the night, although I like to just think of her as one that just really liked to hit on men in town. So she would frequently go to the bars, get herself liquored up, hit on the men that were seated next to her, even though sometimes, you know, their wives or spouses or girlfriends may be seated right next to them.
I've only had one experience, and I was in bed one night, and I felt something like totally spoon up with me in bed. All right, and I turned and I rolled over and I felt an actual leg. I could tell it was a woman's unshaven leg. I just like freeze up, and I was able to turn on my side. There's like this kind of like a glowing figure. It was saying something to me in some sort of language that I couldn't understand at all. And I'm like, you know, just sitting there just dying.
So we are going upstairs to the Queen's quarters, where they said was like the most haunted place.
I'm a very big skeptic. I'm an agnostic. I don't believe in spirits.
My lens camera isn't working, which is a cop-out.
So, still nothing.
This room in particular is definitely a lot cooler than any of the other rooms, a lot colder in temperature. So that could attribute to the paranormal activity.
You hear a cat wailing, which is strange because there were no cats here, but maybe it's a ghost cat.
Okay, I'm not lying here. This legit. I did hear a voice from, I think it was downstairs.
I'm gonna stay away from this bed.
Given the history and legends that have been told here, you know, can't put it past anything. So.
Hi, I am Sparkle Plenty Spooky Web, because it's this time of the year. It's called Halloween, and I do web art. Now, whoever thought about any cooler name than Spooky Web, there isn't anybody. The thing to remember, folks, the important things is remember to remember, okay? It's called the Radical Rat Eradicators. Radical Rat Eradicator, Radical Rat Eradicator, Radical Rat Eradicator, Radical Rat Eradicator, Radical Rat Eradicator. See, it flows. And I want you all to look up the word perspective. Haunting. Oh, what is a haunting? Who does a haunting? Are we talking haunting ghost, haunting UFO, haunting spirit, haunting what? I mean, you know, if any of you really think about any of it, you will know that you know, the dimensions, there's dimensions all around us. That's what it's all about. Dimensions. Look that word up also. And also look up society, okay? And we also say phantasmagorical. And that means cosmic beyond belief. Flow on.